Hey folks, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I hope you're having a really good Sunday. It's stream day. And I've got two potential builds, which I've just realized I haven't grabbed switches for, that you guys need to help me decide on what to build. Today we're going to be either building my Lin Dolphin or my Satisfaction 75. You guys will get to switch to pick the switches, and you'll also get to pick the keycaps we use as well. I've kind of tried to grab some keycaps that should match both boards, but we'll see how that goes. I will thank you so much for the 4 months of subs. I really appreciate that, man. Let's see who got first today. Anarchy got first today. Hi Jay, glad to see that you're feeling better. We'll definitely help move stuff for pizza when the new mezzanine floor comes in, if that does happen. Thank you, dude. Yeah, we're definitely going to see how that goes. I've been given a revised update for the delivery of the mezzanine hardware, which is the 2nd of Feb, and then I just need to work out, because I've got some engineers that work next door who are going to come and help me install it. We just need to work out when that's going to happen. So I'm hoping sometime early Feb, and we'll see from there. Cordos is here as well. Hugo as well. Hugo, big thanks to you today to helping me out to grab some bits and pieces done in Destiny 2. Appreciate that. Psychic Blob, hey man, good to see you. Garen as well is here as well. Thanks very much for being here, man. Aneos, hey dude, I know you sent me like 10 DMs. I will get to them, I promise. I'm sorry, I was a little bit poorly on Friday and I wasn't feeling great yesterday, so I will get to them, I promise, when I'm back at work tomorrow. Omar's here as well. Omar was also helping me through some Destiny 2 content today, so thank you very much, man. Please Pet Dog says hello. Hot Lemon Tea wants to see the Satisfaction 75. Interesting. So we will do a poll for it in a couple of minutes time, and you guys will get to pick. But before we do that, I'll show you the boards, and then you can pick which you'd like to see. Vintage Kish, hey man, good to see you. Neon Ninja says, hope you're feeling better. I'm feeling much better today. I was feeling a little bit off it all day Friday and pretty much all day yesterday, but I was okay. I wasn't terrible. Feeling much better today, and hopefully I'll be fully back up to speed tomorrow. I've left Mel to her weekend. I didn't want to spoil her weekend. I think she's due back at workshop on Tuesday, so I'll probably message her late on Monday and ask how she's doing. Yeah, so we'll see how she goes, Edge, but thank you very much for that. Storesness, OG dice up. We'll see. Maybe some dice subs are in there, maybe they're not. Laserman says, I bet regardless of how unique Dolphin is, we still all prefer the Satisfaction 75 than another TKL. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Zanan Kenna says, good to see you doing better. Yeah, I'm doing much better, man. Thank you. Draconic Vision says, good afternoon all. Looking very dapper today. Thank you, man. This is just genuinely what I wear. This is no different to anything else. Poll in a minute, Omar. So what we'll do is we'll show the boards, and then you guys can pick, and we'll do the poll in a minute. So if you want to set it up and get it ready. I swear I sent like 50 DMs, but glad to see you doing better. Oh no, the camera again. What's going on? It was doing this last week, and I thought I'd fixed it. Why is this doing it now? What is going on? This has been fine all afternoon. I've been testing it out for like an hour to try and make sure that there was nothing wrong with the cameras. So, and it's been fine for over an hour. Let me see if I can fix this. Okay. We're getting there, guys. It's been fine for over an hour. I don't know what's caused it. I've just turned the camera off and back on again. The camera has stage fright. Like, this is the second time in a week, but it's only when I'm streaming. Like, it's been fine. It's been fine up until, like, now. Like, it's been on for over 2 hours just to make sure it was working. So, I don't know what caused that, but if it's not the heat, I guess. No, because it's not that hot in here. So, I really don't know what's caused that. I really don't know what's caused that. We'll see. Anyway, let's catch up with chat. Hopefully it stays okay. Metatron says, evening. Hey man, good to see you. Alariax says, when are you building all your Matrix boards? I'm waiting for 2 more boards to arrive, and then I'm going to do the Matrix stream. And it's going to be, well, I'm going to say it's going to be 12 hours, but it'll be just as long as it takes me. But it'll be at least 12 hours, because there's at least 10 boards. And if you figure 90 minutes each, that's going to be quite a long stream. All updates, Edge, are on the Notion page. If you go to the website, you click on updates at the top, or if you go into the Discord server and do !updates, it will take you to a page where all of the products are updated on a regular basis. Crowther says, how many people join this chat and ask for a free keyboard? Anyone that does gets banned. I'm not in the... So, yeah, that's where it is. You can also do the updates command here. I think, if I turned it on. There you go. Updates command works in Twitch chat now as well. So there you go. My face camera looks a bit anemic now. Let me see if I can fix that really quickly, because I don't look that anemic in real life. Let me put it back to the default settings. There we go. That's a little bit better. In fact, that's a little bit too much. Why is this? Why am I having issues when we start streaming? I don't know. I don't know. It's been fine for literally 90 minutes, and then it's just doing this. So there, that's a bit better. Who knows? Who knows? But it's doing whatever it's doing. We'll fix it. Right. With a lot of sod. Yeah, literally. Yeah, it's been on for hours. It's been fine. Well, whatever. It's back on now. Hopefully it'll be okay. We'll see. Lyophilum says, yo, hey man, good to see you. So yeah, so we'll show you the boards, and then whilst you guys are picking the board, I'm going to grab some switches, and then you can pick the switches afterwards. So let's flip over to the other camera, and I can show you the boards. We're going to start with the Lin Dolphin. So this is the box that it comes in. It's pretty nice box. This is like a sheath. Now my box did get damaged in shipping, unfortunately. Just one of those things. And then we can lift up this magnetic front flap. And then here we have the accessories. So this has got all of our, it does say accessories on it. This has got all of our PCB and plate and everything, I think. And then here is the board itself. Now this is, it was supposed to be lilac, I think, but it's more of a baby blue. But this is the TKL. Look at these curves. You can tell when Jay isn't feeling well, when the layout isn't up to scratch. I didn't even try. So this is the Lin Dolphin. Look at these curves everywhere. And then let's flip it over and show you guys the base. There is a couple of vertical lines here that you'll see on it. This is just marks off of the foam, the little angled pieces. There's just some lines on there. They will clean off. There's a couple of them. They'll clean off later on. But there you go. It's supposed to be lilac, but it's more of a baby blue than a lilac. It's kind of got a slight purplish tinge to it, but it's more of a baby blue. So that is board number 1. That's option number 1. 5 inks. Hey man, good to see you. Option number 2 comes in a little bit of a different box. Okay. So this comes in the Canon Keys box with the whole treasure map on there. This is the Friends and Family colorway. It's not one of the standard ones. And here is the board. It is seafoam green in color. And it's a little bit different. It's not... I don't know what I was expecting when I bought this, but it's a little bit different in its color. So there you go. This is the Friends and Family weight on this as well. It is a green, but the camera doesn't pick up the shade of it. It's almost like a weird green. But there you go. There's the little weight. It's pretty cool though. It's pretty cool. So those are the 2 boards that we can build today, and you guys now need to pick which board we're going to build. So Omar's going to set up a little poll. He's going to run the poll. While that poll's running for a few minutes, I'm going to grab some switches so I can actually build these boards, and you guys need to decide which board we're going to build, whether we're going to build the Lin or whether we're going to build the Satisfaction 75. Let's catch up with chat just while Omar's setting that up. I think it's clean. Thanks, man. Just for the box damage, sad times. Need to get the Pritt stick out. The camera again. What is going on with this? It's turning itself off. I think it must be a camera issue. I wonder if it is the temperature. Let's keep it cold at least this time. Let me open a window, guys. I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna grab some switches and open a window. Let's see if it helps. Okay, hopefully that's going to help. I've opened the window a little bit. I'm going to shut it in a minute. We'll just let the temperature drop. Right, okay, so that's the keyboard build. You guys get to pick whether we're doing the Satisfaction 75 or the Lin Dolphin. It looks like it's not too far away from 50-50 right now. And I've got some switches which I'll show you. My God, camera, what is up with you? It's just turning off. I don't understand why it's doing this. I really don't. It's literally been fine for ages before the stream. This isn't like a cheap camera either. This is like a Sony Alpha A6400. It shouldn't be doing this. Like, it just shouldn't turn itself off. It just shouldn't be doing it. I'm going to go and grab a USB camera just in case it keeps going off. And then I'm going to just rig that up really, really quickly. Give me 1 minute, guys. Give me 1 minute. While the poll's going, give me 1 minute. In fact, do you know what? We'll wait for the poll to go. I'll go grab it while we run a game of marbles. How about that? I'll go grab another camera and plug it in and set it up, and then just in case this one goes off, we've got another one. Yeah, I've got two of them. There's two Alpha 6400s. There's one up here and one over here. And it's been fine for years. Literally years that I've been streaming. Past 2 weeks? Don't know. Don't know. Who knows? But I'm gonna grab a USB camera in a second. We'll wait until the vote's finished, and then I'll run a game of marbles. And whilst marbles is running, and we'll throw a giveaway as well for marbles. Like, we'll chuck like a, I don't know, a pack of owl stabs or something to whoever wins. We'll give whoever wins marbles one of these. 100% pack of owl lab stabs. There you go. That's it. And we'll do that. How does that sound? Facey, thank you very much. I'm doing really well, thank you. I'm much better than I was on Friday. Okay, so we're building the Lin Dolphin today. That's number one. I'm using a Rode NT mic. This is the Rode NT just here. You should switch the top down and face cam to see if it's the cable. Yeah, I did replace all the cables after last week, and it's still doing it, so I don't think it's the cable. I think it might be the capture card. So I have an internal capture card that has 4 HDMI slots on it. It could be that, and I might just need to tweak the HDMI slot or something. I don't know. Perhaps the PC is overheating, but it doesn't tell me it is. Anyway, I'll grab another camera just in case it is that's the problem. But it seems to be okay now with the window open. So perhaps we just leave the window open. I don't know. Let's zoom in just a touch. There we go. Right. Okay. So we've picked the board. We're building the Lin Dolphin. Let's run a game of marbles. I'm going to grab the other camera just in case while we run a game of marbles. So let's see how that goes. So if I flick over to games, all you should need to do is put into chat !play, just like I have done here. And then you guys can play to win a packet of Outlab stabs. 100%. If I've done this right, !play should put you in this. If I've done it right. Apparently, I haven't done it right. Okay. Let's do that one. Why is that not working? Not yet. Yeah, I picked a map. All right, okay. Let's try this again. Let's do the boomerang. It's in voting the map first. Yeah, okay. Well, we picked a map. Press erase. Right, okay. There we go. Right, okay. Now do !play when it comes up in a second. This is the first time I've ever done this. I'm learning, guys. Right. Okay, now do !play. And this should work now. There we go. Right. We'll let you guys all get it. There we go. It's working now. It's working now. It's working now. While you guys are putting play in, I'm going to grab the other camera. It's just in the workshop. just off camera, guys. Literally just working with this. There we go. Okay, if this doesn't work, I have another camera now that will work, but we'll see how it goes. Right, okay, let's run the race and see who wins. There we go. It's going to start in 20 seconds. Guys, last chance to put in exclamation mark play. Let's see how this goes. Well, you'll understand it in a second. This is where I need to learn how to control the camera. Oh my gosh. Golden Ratio is in the lead with Zan and Cannon up there. No, I don't know how to make the camera faster. A shift, there we go. Didn't make it. No, I saw that. Trey Pop. Sorry, man. Let's see who's up in front. Let's see who's up in front. JQ27's up in front now. Let's see if I can get ahead of the action. Pew Pew Laser taking a big lead there. Let's see if you can keep it up. How many laps did we set this for? I don't know how many laps I set this for. Here's the leader. Here's Zan and Cannon. Going way out in front. Way out in front. 3 laps. Okay. Okay. JQ27's picked up that lead again. I think Zan and Cannon must have got stuck on something. Let's see who makes it around the corner first. Zan and Cannon's back in the lead. It's close. Here's everyone. Let's see who makes it around the corner first. Ah, camera get over the wall. There we go. King Tasma's come from nowhere to take the lead. Press Alt. There we go. King Tasma's up there. Zan and Cannon though, look at, there he goes. Everyone's on lap 3. Let's see who gets around the corner first. I think it's going to be Zan and Cannon. Is it going to be Zan and Cannon? I think it is. There we go. Zan and Cannon does get first. And Sour Cloudberry coming right at the very end. There we go. So Zan and Cannon, if you just drop me a Discord whisper, a whisper on Twitch, I'll pick that up after the stream, and I'll make sure you get a set of these 100% Owl Lab stabs whizzing their way over to you straight after the stream. So there you go. Well, it'll ship on Monday, but I'll get those shipped out to you. Okay, the camera doesn't want to do anything there. It doesn't want to focus, but... Go on, camera. Please, you can focus. You can focus, right? I don't know what it's doing. It's fine. It's fine. You don't need to see my face too much today. 8th, your best marble position yet. My ball is an umpty. It was a pretty close race at the end. But yeah, Zan and Cannon, drop a whisper to me. I'll get that detail sorted out and I'll get that shipped out to you early next week. See if we can just fix this. Focus. I must have turned autofocus off. There we go. That's all right. That's okay. There we go. Right, okay, so now we've picked the board, we're building the Lin Dolphin. Let's pick some switches, because I've got 3 different types for you guys to choose. So, first up, we have some Gateron X switches. These are lubed and filmed. Sorry, no, they're just lubed, actually. They're not filmed, they're lubed. Gateron X's. Not fully recovered. I'm still like 60%, but I'm getting better. Wait, is the camera zoomed out? Okay. Looks like it's zoomed out slightly. Let's fix that. There we go. The second thing we have is some lavenders. These are lubed as well. 205 grade 0. There is a lot of lavenders. I do need to get them through. And they would look good with the board, actually. They would fit it quite nicely. And then finally, we have some banana splits. These are completely stock. These are fully stock banana splits. Have not been lubed or anything. So yeah, so there we go. Those are 3 switches, guys. Omar's going to set up a vote for you in a second. You'll be able to pick which would you like to see, whether you want to see Gateron X switches, lavender switches, or the banana splits. And bear in mind, guys, that we are building a board that's technically supposed to be lavender in colour. So maybe that will influence you, or maybe not. Stock switches, yuck. Hey, I've got that many boards, it doesn't really matter what I build them with 90% of the time. But we'll see what you guys pick. Okay. Zizora says, one day I'll get up there. I still love marbles, though. Nice. One day you'll win, man. One day you'll win. Will coffee chip ice cream switches be making an appearance on the store? We're working on that, yeah. That's something we're working on. Look, the camera's done that thing where it's not focusing again. Focus, damn you. Focus. I wonder if I've turned autofocus off. I'm going to have a look at the camera, see if I've turned autofocus off. Because like, that makes no sense why it's doing that. Don't know. I am focusing, Jay. Thank you. Poll up. Right. There you go, guys. You should be able to vote for your switches now. Omar's arranged that. I don't see it yet, Omar. I don't see it yet. Poll is not ready. Let me have a look at the poll. Let me see what you're doing. Oh, okay. You need to do a new poll, Omar. Let me delete that. Right, okay. You should be able to do a new poll and it will work then. Lav since they're looped. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. The Gateron X's are looped as well, so we'll see how that goes. We'll give it just a few minutes. My marble let me down in the race, and I have D&D to play. Have a good stream. Thanks, man. Take care. The poll not showing up to people. It'll be back in a second. CJ switches grey. Jay, unlubed ones on the Stat 75. Well, we're building the Lin Dolphin today, so not the Satisfaction 75. Okay, poll is up this time. It's working. It's all about matching the switches to the board. Yeah, right. Again, I don't know why this camera is not focusing now. Perhaps I just need to buy another camera. We'll see. It's anything new about the Argyle 60 very soon. So we're actually going to be working on pricing for the Argyle 60 tomorrow. We did do some work on it last week, and we're going to do some more work on it tomorrow, and then hopefully we'll have some announcements towards the back end of this week. Is that a Hamilton watch? No, this is a Breitling. Let me show you. There you go. It's a Breitling. Deus Ex Top Time. It's based on the Deus Ex Machina custom motorcycle shop in the US. So yeah, there we go. I see no one has voted banana splits. Not yet. Oh, 2 people. 2 people have voted for banana splits. One Drunk Man, good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. King Alera, Jay laughing. Yeah, like, I don't know what's up with this camera, right? It's been fine for hours before the stream, and then now it's just being stupid. Like, it's focusing back here. I don't understand why it's focusing here and not here. I just don't understand what's wrong with it. Like, I just no idea. Is that better? Maybe I'm in focus, even if you can see a little bit more than usual. The Panda Kronos made me think of Hamilton. Yeah, it's not Hamilton, but it's a nice watch. Hammer brother, hey man, good to see you. Okay, vote. You've got about 10 seconds left, guys. Lavender's just about to win it, I think. Oh, Lavenders are winning it. Good job, guys. Right decision. Good job. So today we are going to build with lavender switches. So yeah, so we should have some Zoom 65 in stock in the next couple of weeks. I'm just waiting for confirmation that they've shipped. Hopefully we'll get them shipped before Chinese New Year. I'm hoping they ship tomorrow, but we should have some Zoom 65 in stock. And then yes, we'll be working with Wookie on the group buy as well. Oh no, what do you want to see, Alera? You've redeemed the show me command. That means you can request for me to show you something. Yeah, my mug's wonky. It's actually the shape of my friend's hand. He works at a local mug factory, and it's actually the shape of his hands like that, which is why it's that shape. You want to see the ugliest keyb I have? Ugliest keyb I have? Get X won by people, can't put Lavender's one by rigging. Hey, rigging works, man. If it's rigged, it's still real. That race everyone has to get stuff shipped out before Chinese New Year. Dude, like I think we've got two 20-foot containers coming. They can't put in one 40-foot. I don't know why, but we've got two 20-foot containers coming pretty soon. So they're about to leave China any day now. I'm hoping to get confirmation tomorrow that they've left China. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, and I'm hoping that the Zoom 65s are going to ship out by air. So they are going to be a little bit more expensive because I'm air shipping them from China to PT. But they'll be in stock and they'll be ready to go as soon as I get them. So yeah. Right, ugliest keyb I have. Ugliest keyb I have. Ugliest keyb I have. Right, give me a second. Let me see if I can find something ugly. I just got to go to the cupboard around here, guys. Just gotta go to the cupboard. Ugliest keyboard. All right, I think I have a winner. I think I have a winner for Alera. This is my ugliest keyboard. I'm not going to show it on camera just yet. Let's flip over to the other camera. Okay, so Alera, you have to see my ugliest keyboard. This was one of the first 60% keyboards I ever bought. Okay, I tried to paint this myself and it didn't go so well. It has no keycaps on it and it does not screw together anymore. I present to you the ugliest keyboard I own. This is a MX Brown, hand painted. Look at this lovely paint job here. Look how good I got this. And Pro. Look at that finish, guys. With MX Browns, north facing switches. Look at these stabilizers as well. Plate mount stabilizers. Doesn't screw together anymore. Look at this orange finish, guys. Look how good we did this. I painted this about, I want to say it was 2015, maybe 2016, and I've done nothing with it since. So that's probably the ugliest keyboard I have. I mean, look at this paint quality here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. There you go. That's the ugliest keyboard I own. Oh, good lord. Yeah. Luckily you got better at keyboards. Right. Right. Pokemon Kid. Hey man, good to see you. Rustic. You expecting the Doro? I don't even know where the Doro is, Aniki. I know it was in here somewhere, but I don't know where we put it when we packed away. So yeah, it's somewhere in here. Like that was, I want to say that was 2015 when I painted that. So it is what it is. Right. King Alera got his pound of flesh and he got to see the ugliest keyboard I have. Let's take a look in this box first. This is the box with the accessories in. So let's see what we have in here. I assume this is going to be our PCB. Oh, a spare plate as well. So, oh my, we're going to have another pole in a minute because now we can also have an FR4 plate. So we do have FR4 or we have the aluminium plate. So there's going to be another pole in a minute. So you guys will have to take a look at. We have some rubber feet. Nice and simple, just some die cut rubber feet. And then we have the PCB. There you go, you can see it's the Linworks Fave 87 V2 PCB for KLC. That's hot shit. Yeah, right. He has to see the worst board I'd got. He asked to see the worst board I'd got. Might have thrown it out with the rest of the trash. Yeah, maybe one day I will throw it out. Basically saying, is this keyboard for my personal collection? Yeah, most of the keyboards I build on stream are for my personal collection. I rarely build customer boards on stream. Poll up. Right, okay, which plate, guys? Yeah. You get to pick the plate that we use here. We can either use the aluminium plate, which is what's in the board right now. There you go. Or we can use this FR4 plate. Go vote, guys. Let me know what you want to see. Hey Lex, thanks for dropping in. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm not feeling perfect yet, but I'm feeling better. Will we restock the JL1 ever? Maybe. I don't have an exact answer for you on that because the JL1 is something that we aren't actively working on right now. There will be 3 boards listed very, very soon, which might be some sort of Victory type auction for the limited edition JL1. And the reason for that is just because we have them left over. So that might happen pretty soon, like in the next week or so. Blue Toggles, yeah, so Gion and I are working on that. No confirmation of when or how it will happen, but yeah, we're hoping to have some units here in the UK. Demotex, hey man, good to see you. Okay, so it's 16-16. You guys need to vote on the plate here, guys, because like the FR4 is only just winning, and it's a really, really close run thing. What Destiny keyboard? Don't know what you mean. Don't know what you're talking about, dude. Ooh, is FR4 gonna win? Oh, it's back to level pegging. Right, okay, it's level pegging. FR4 and Lavenders are amazing. Go with that. Looks like I'm the deciding vote. Coin flip? I don't have a coin. I don't do coins. Yeah, I don't have a coin. You can't rig, no more points. Coins is not something I do. It's a draw. Yeah, I can see it's a draw. I will flip a coin, Jane. Well, how am I know that it's what it's going to be? Flip an artisan? Flip an ISO key? I can flip a keycap. Right, okay, let's flip the keycap. If it lands up, then we're going to do the FR4. If it lands down, so the stem's showing. Why is the camera off? Come on, camera. There we go. If it lands stem like this, then we're going to do the aluminium. Okay, best of 3, 1. Right, we're doing the aluminium. There we go, decided. We're going to do the aluminium plate. There we go. Okay, before we do anything else though, it's time to get the stabilizers ready for the board. The first thing I'm going to do is just going to pop some of these little, I don't want to call them band-aids, but they're little supports that go underneath the stabilizers. So we're just going to do these first. Let's bob all of the rest of the parts in here. Best 3 after the first flip. It's always best of 3. Okay. Is that all of them out? Yeah. How do you play Sag? What are they made of? They're like a really fine kind of Captain type material. I don't exactly know, but they feel like Captain tape. So we're just going to bob these on where the stabilizer is going to go. Now we will be building this with ISO, split left shift, and full backspace. So we're going to start with the backspace ones, and we're just going to pop these in place for backspace. Just like so. I have some KD BD fan band-aid mod things that are like rubber tape. These are not like rubber tape. They're literally more like a Captain type tape if you've used that, which is like a heat-proof type tape. That's more what these are akin to. Okay. Of course, we're going to build it ISO. You wouldn't have expected anything less. Mandabanker, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate that. I got some owl stabs on the way. Looking forward to trying them. Yeah, we're a little bit behind with shipping stuff out, but we're going to catch up tomorrow and Tuesday. So anything that didn't ship last week that's due to ship out will ship out either tomorrow or Tuesday at the latest. We're going to make a big point of catching back up because we are a little bit behind, which I can appreciate isn't what people want. So we will do our best to catch up. Okay, we're going to do a full right shift, so we need a stabilizer for that as well. Is there any way to get white on black UK ISO? I think you'd have to find someone with the keys from one of the early runs, and you'd have to get them to separate out the UK ISO keys. I have done that in the past, and I got the standard drop set, and then got someone to sell me the ISO keys from another set they had. But your mileage may vary. The other option is to not look at the drop set. It's to look at the if you mean GMK, this is to look at the original run that was on Originative, and try and pick them up from there, or from that particular run, even if you can't pick them up from there. Okay, and then we're going to use a 7U spacebar because this is a wing keyless board. We're going to grab our 7U wire, and we're just going to make sure that we can see which one it sits in. It's going to sit here, and then we're going to bob these just around where the 7U wire would go. Just like so. And then last one. The Zoom 65 does look good. Yeah, as I say, we have got some Sophie Keycaps, if you guys know her. She's been arranging some for me. We sorted out the invoices last week, and I think they're just waiting for confirmation of that, and then they'll be shipping them. So hopefully we'll get them before Chinese New Year. Okay, so that's all of our band-aids in for the stabilizers. As you can see there, they're not 100% straight, but they don't need to be. Nice and easy to pop in place. The next job is to start putting the stabilizers themselves together. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, which means we need 8 inserts, and we need 8 housings. There we go. We're going to need 8 wires. Not 8 wires. We're going to need 1, 2, 3 wires. Or 3 2U wires even. And then we're going to need, we've got the 7U wire, we're just going to need 8 housings. There we go. So we can put the rest of these stabilizers back. You know Matthew has some and you're very jealous. I don't know what you mean by that. Sorry. Hell of an upgrade to your KBD67 Lite? Yeah, it's a big update to Contribution, yeah. Okay. I haven't tried the dummy key white on black set. I do have a couple of dummy key sets, but I haven't tried the white on black. The keycaps are not bad at all. Will you ever stock TX stabilizers? Yes, we're working on it. In the next round, we should have some TX stabilizers in stock. And as far as I know, they will be the cheapest in the UK. We're building the Lin Dolphin Tainish. Because that's what chat voted for. Chat voted for it whilst we were having some camera troubles. See, I wonder if it's the zoom on the camera, and it's just because now we've left it zoomed out, it seems to be fine, which is weird. Gettable, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Right, okay, let's lube up these wires, and then we can put the housings in place. Just going to put the lube on. This is 205 grade 2. I don't like XTB BDHZ or whatever it is. It's just too expensive for keyboard building, in my opinion. So we're just using some standard 205 grade 2. I'm just going to put a nice amount on stabilizer wire, and we're going to pop that in the housing. There we go, that's one side done. Move over to the next side. Oogtug, thank you so much for the follow as well, mate. I appreciate that. So over the Yoshi says, do you think the TTC and SP star switches need films? I think it depends on what build you're putting them in, and also what specific switch they are. If you're opening them up, they're the type of switch that I probably just recommend filming anyway. But yeah, just gonna lube the sides of the sliders now. Just putting a very fine layer here on. We don't want to put too much on and come up the works. And then we're just going to take a small blob and just pop that in the back where the wire shows. And repeat that on the other side. And that's one stabilizer done. On to the next. Any news on the purple potato switchers? If we haven't updated it, I have no further news. They haven't been shipped out yet, but I believe that they're in manufacturing still. I don't know, I'll have to check on Monday. Technically, I'm not back at work until Monday, but I don't think anything's outstanding on the Notion. So if the date hasn't been updated, it's just literally because I don't have any more news. If any news is provided, then it'll be updated there first. Dolphin went out? Yeah, the Dolphin went out. Yeah, I buy like kilograms of 205 grade 2. I just don't think it's worthwhile. For like the amount you buy of BHD, you can get like, I don't know, like 10 times as much 205 grade 2. And 205 grade 2 works really well for certain types of switch as well. But what do I know? Use whatever you prefer, guys. Lavenders did win the Switch poll, yeah. This is at the workshop, Tanish. I don't stream or do anything keyboard related from home anymore. I made a decision when we moved into the workshop that I was going to make sure that everything keyboard related stayed up here, just so that I could separate keyboards and personal life stuff. And I've continued to do that since we moved into the workshop over a year ago. Nearly 2 years since we moved into the workshop. We moved in May 2020, and it's now nearly not far away from being May this year, so yeah. Where do I get my Crytugs? I buy it directly from the manufacturers. Over at Keema's, well, Miller Stevenson, their partner in the UK. I have a commercial resale license from Miller Stevenson, which allows me to sell to the public. And I usually buy like 20 kilograms at a time. That's way too thick. Have you considered opening a business for your car hobby instead of keeps? So I'm a part owner of a business that imports and exports cars as well. So yeah, I've invested some money into that. Maybe it'll take more of a forefront this year because we've expanded the prototypist team quite a lot. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. But yeah. It comes in 5 kilogram buckets glasses. Yellow loop stations should be going up Monday or Tuesday. I don't know a specific date yet. But as I say, we didn't get anything done on Friday that I wanted to do because I just wasn't well enough. If you guys saw the Insta story, I was just so poorly on Friday. I just didn't get anything done. But we'll catch up on Monday, Tuesday, and we should be back to where we were Monday, Tuesday. And Glasses, good on you for deleting your server, man. I appreciate how you felt about it all. So I just wanted to say good on you and thank you for being my hero in that kind of regards, just standing up for what you believe in. I think it was a good decision all round. Okay. Just going to lube the Spacebar Stabilizer and oh gosh, that's way too much lube. And then we'll be ready to put them in the board. And then we can take a look at how this all fits together in the keyboard. Now this does not want to clip in, why? There we go. The 205 grade 0 been out of stock for a while though. I usually make sure I actually buy 205 grade 0 because I think I've bought some fake lube before. Very little lube on the market is actually fake. You can't, like, people say, oh, it's watered down, blah blah blah. You can't water this down. If you try mixing water with it, it doesn't mix. You have to mix oils with it, and by the time you've paid for another oil that actually will mix with Krytox, then you kind of might as well just sold the original product. Like, it's just not worth it. If people are going to the effort of manually weighing out lube, they're not selling you a shit product. They're selling you the same product. I'm feeling much better now, yeah. I'm not 100%. Hopefully I will be tomorrow. But I'm much better than I was. You probably hear it a little bit in my voice. Just not quite perfect, but I'll be better soon. It was a mounting decision for a while. I got that impression. Yeah, I could tell it was. And dude, you're my hero for doing it. I know what it can be like sometimes with the sheer volume of DMs and clutter and chat and volume of stuff and the expectation that people have that you read everything, and it's just not always possible. So fair play, man. Fair play. Okay, there we go. Stabilizer's lubed. Glasses and I are going to arrange a meetup, I think, at the workshop at some point soon. We just need to hash out some dates. I need to send him a package first, and then we'll set out some dates from there, I think. Okay, so we're just going to put this Spacebar Stabilizer in first. Probably going to have to get the screws and washers ready. Moves right says, hey Jay, glad you're doing better. Thanks, man. I'm feeling much better. Not perfect yet, but better. Better than I have been. We're going to get done for sure. Yeah, we'll sort something out, man. Let me get this package out to you this week, and then we'll sort it out. You're either going to love what I've done or you're going to hate it. I'm not quite sure which way that's going to go. Okay, that's a Spacebar Stabilizer just installed. Got a little bit of lube on the wire there. Let's get that off. There we go. Now we're going to pop in the right shift stabilizer. Can you guys actually hear the music, or is it too quiet? I feel like it's not hitting you guys particularly loudly. go. So when you're screwing these in, guys, just go finger tight and then a quarter turn more. That's all you need. You don't want to try and squeeze the PCB to death. I should be included. I will provide the food for everyone. Nice. Music's just about right. Okay, cool. Cool. You'll try and make Mel a vegan meal? Yeah, she's vegan, so that makes sense. Okay, let's make sure that's all nice and level and neat. And then we're going to move on to the ISO enter stabilizer. Dysfunctional Squid, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Shed Pat, thank you so much for 8 months of subs, man. I really appreciate that. 8 months. That's huge, dude. Thank you so much. I didn't even read 8 months. Where's the time gone? Next, you guys will be telling me it's actually 2022 and the whole world's just passing me by. Okay, that looks good. Last stabilizer, and then we can start to take apart the board and get ready for some switches. It's 2020 V3, it's fine. We're using owl stabs today. 746th of March 2020, is that right? Is that how many days it's been since then? No, it can't be right. That's not right. Is it? Is that right? It doesn't sound it. It sounds like way too many. Just feels like that. I don't know. It can't be, can it? That can't be right. It can't be quite right. It's got to be slightly less than that, I think. It's got to be. It's got to be like 720-ish, something like that. Less than that, 700-ish. Someone work it out. Someone work out how many days it is since March, the 1st of March 2020. Okay, stabilizers all installed. Looking good. Nice and flush. All looking nice. Let's take apart the board and take a look at what's in there. 685 days. Yeah, I thought it had to be just about under 700. There you go. 746 days ago was 1st of January 2020. Now, did you know that or did you Google it? I reckon you just Google it, right? Okay, before we take the board apart, I'm just going to pop the feet in. These are nice die-cut rubber feet. That's one in. You used your knowledge to Google it. Yeah, alright, Mr. Smarty Pants. That's 2. You remember telling your friends to get travel insurance in case COVID ruined your holidays? Dude, like, we had a holiday booked and we've had to rebook it 3 times and we've still not been able to go on it, and it's currently rebooked for March this year to Mauritius, and I'm hoping we get to go because we both need a holiday. Like, I'm used to having 2 holidays a year and we haven't been anywhere for well, since 2019, so we're starting to feel it now. Okay, so that's the feet installed. Now we're going to undo the board, and we're going to take a look at what's inside. Oh, I should be using my new tool. So, for those of you who don't know, I recently got a Kinetic Driver from Geico, and this thing is unbelievable. Like, this is like a knurled, weighted pendant, and you put a screwdriver bit in the end here, and then it spins on the handle. And that's spinning, like. But it actually is like the bottom part that spins, and you can like put it on something, and you can spin that. But I don't know if I have a bit that fits these, because that would be quite cool if I could use this. That's slightly too big. Let's see what we have. Wait, is that the right bit? Is that exactly the right bit? No, too small. Let's see. It might not work, but oh, there we go. There we go. It's really hard to show you guys how that's working, but it's pretty cool. Okay, perhaps that didn't work as nicely as I hoped it did, but it's a cool tool either way, guys. Don't shame me. I like my cool tools. Okay, spin this round. Pet ISO for extra luck on the next giveaway. Wait, what's that for? What's that for? What's the new pet ISO remote? What are you doing? What are you doing, Truman? Oh my, what is this? I don't know what this is. Do I need to refresh Twitch? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Who doesn't want to pet an ISO? Well, sure, right? But I still don't know what it looks like. I've refreshed Twitch on my PC, but I don't see it. Okay, that should be all of the screws now. Yeah, it's still just saying pet ISO on my screen. Probably because I'm streaming. I'll have a look at it later. There we go. Okay, so that's all of the screws out of the board. So now we can flip this back over. And we can take a look at it. So it's a simple construction for the case. You can see here that the top case actually just nestles between the huge bottom part, and the sides are just one piece. And then you see this huge weight in the middle. And the weight itself actually sneaks out underneath as well. So this is actually kind of like flush here on this seam, but it's further back, recessed there. Which is kind of cool. Flipping the top case over, which just sits inside this, you can see that the plate just rests there. There's no particular fastenings on there. It just rests. So there we go. It's nice and simple. So we can just pop the top case back in the board. Put that to one side. And then we can get the plate and we can align the plate on top. And then now it's time to input some switches. Yeah, I'm using it in browser. Very simple. It is very simple construction. Sometimes simple wins the day though. Sometimes you don't have to go overly complex. Oh man, this is going to be a rip thumb stream. That was really tight to just push that one switch. Let's put a switch in each corner and then go from there. Oh man, that's really tight. Go back through the chat and browser itself. Hold on. Hold on. Let's have a look. Hold on. Oh, I see it now. I see it. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, I know what it is now. Thank you. It's the little rubbing the ISO. Perhaps it'll show up in my stream software later on when I refresh it and whatever. going to pop in a few switches around the board just to support everything together as we put all the switches in. But this is definitely going to be a rip thumb stream. I can already feel the strain on my thumbs. How many boards do I personally own? Maybe 350-ish. I don't know. I don't have an accurate count for you, but it's in the triple figures. Probably closer to mid triple figures than it is low triple figures. But I couldn't give you an exact number. Right. Okay. Let's start putting these switches in properly now. I am planning to have like a keyboard clear out at some point this year, and I don't know when it'll be, but I do want to like reduce my collection to maybe 10% of what it currently is. Like I want to have like a really nicely curated collection of boards rather than just a huge collection. No, I know people that have more boards than I do in the UK, JQ. A lot of people that are in the hobby in the UK aren't active in social media and Discord servers and things like that. So you have to bear that in mind. How many keycap sets do I have? A few hundred? I don't know. Supermarket sweep around the workshop? No, it's not stock that's the issue. It's my personal collection. But there is some exciting news on the car front, which is why I'm considering selling some of my keyboards. I was offered a car that I've been looking for maybe the best part of 20 years, and there's like none of them ever for sale anywhere. Like the last one that sold in the UK sold in the mid-90s, so it just kind of tells you how long ago it was. But the price is not a little price. It's not a little tiny price. It's a bit of a steep old price, so I may have to make a choice as to which collection means more to me, keyboards or cars. And I think if I have a really nicely curated keyboard collection of things that actually mean a lot to me, that might be a little bit easier to satisfy, get rid of the rest, and potentially accrue enough funds to get the car as well. It is another Datsun, yeah. Well, I say Datsun, it's a Nissan, yes. Datsun Nissan of the same era. Noble sacrifices, right? Yeah, it is about noble sacrifices. But it's not a noble car. Like, noble is a brand of car, it's not one of those. Man, my thumbs already. Nissan Ultimate? No. It's a Kenmiri Skyline. If you guys don't know what one of those is, Google it. Shoko, GMK Shoko should ship pretty soon. There'll be extras of that in stock once it's shipped. We're going to have pre-orders open for another 20 or 30 sets towards the end of this month. And maybe 50 or 60 sets by the end of the year. By the middle of the year, sorry. No. Not a naughty car. Show me. What do you want to see, Steve P? What is it you would like me to show you? You can use that command to get me to show me your biggest board. It's the Hyper 7. I can't show you it, but you can Google it. Like if you Google Hyper 7, let me find a link to it. In fact, if you just Google Hyper 7, you'll see some of my pictures. Zali's site actually has a lot of my pictures on there, but that's my biggest board. Yeah, Zali. Here you go. This is some of my all my pictures are on there. It's on top of my unit just here. I actually have 3 of them, so yeah. But that's the picture with all of the original SA caps on a blue wooden board. That's literally just in my eyeline, just up there. %173%, I think we classed it as. It's a little bit nuts. Yeah, we're gonna go step caps because step caps is best, and of course we're gonna go split left shift because, well, it's for ISO, so that's what we have to do. One decided that they could, they thought they should. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Are you guys just gonna spam the pet ISO emote every time I say ISO? I just prefer step caps. I think it looks better, yeah. It's more OG. These are lubed with Crytox 205 grade 0. Grade 2, sorry. 205 grade 2. Sorry, Peanut. They were lubed by the Pokemon Kid, who I think is in chat. He was earlier. What's my favourite switch for a POM plate? I don't really have one for a POM plate. I'd probably say... I don't like tactiles on POM. Personal preference. So it would have to be a linear. So just any linear that's nice and smooth. Probably CJs. Probably CJs on POM. I think they sound quite good together. You've been converted to step caps. It just looks better. It just looks nicer. Okay, so building this board win keyless today. So I think that and that are the positions for the two switches there. We'll check that in a bit. That's the position for the spacebar. One of my top 5 linears. Black Inks, Gator on X, Lavenders. Man, this is tough. Controversially, but I quite like a Space Invader switch. What else do I like? So many. Zaku's are pretty good as well. Zaku's pretty nice. Caffeinate. Okay, thank you. I didn't lube the Lavenders. Matt, the Pokemon Kid, did. The Pokemon Kid who's in chat, he does all of my lubing for me because I just don't have time to do it these days. With running Prototypist, managing a few other interests that I have, streaming, personal life, I just don't have time to lube switches anymore, sadly. Okay, making good progress now. Pop the ISO switch in. There we go. I feel Zaku's got slept on in the beginning. Been hearing everywhere lately. Yeah, I do have a restock of them coming, I think. I need to catch up with Dankeebs and see where those are. Although I did get an invoice from him today, so it might be the shipping for those that's on the way. Just going to use my little prizer tool to just try and get that switch in place. Doesn't seem to want to sit in place properly. Let's take that out. I feel like the switch wasn't quite closed. Go back to those in a second. You have over 200? Nice. We did give a load of Zaku's away with the mystery switches. I think maybe 20 bags of switches went out for Zaku's in the mystery switch group buy. Not group buy, in the mystery switch sale. There we go. Yeah, I've seen the New Zealand PC switches. They're a little bit expensive for my personal taste, so I haven't purchased any, but I'll see what the community thinks of them. If they think they're good, I'll buy some just to try them. Yeah, the Zaku's had double stage springs and long poles. Okay, I'm just going to check that all of these switches look like they're in the plate correctly, which they do. And we've just got a few more to put in them for the bottom row. Yeah, we'll be restocking them at some point soon, Neon Ninja. I don't have a date for you, but I'm pretty sure it won't be too far away. I think that and that is where the switches need to go, I think. Let's see how that looks. That looks right to me. So there we go. It should be all okay. Okay, so there we go. That's all of the switches and stabilizers in the plate. Next up is soldering, guys. And as always, whenever we're soldering, you guys can ask me any question you'd like. So you can ask me a question about any topic at all, keyboard related or otherwise. All you need to do is just tag me with @JPrototypist and then ask your question in chat. I'll respond to you as long as I can respond in a stream safe way. I will answer any question all that you ask. It can be about any topic whatsoever, keyboard related or not. I'm just going to quickly check FXM21. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm just going to quickly check and make sure we've got no bent pins. So I'm just going visually checking each switch just from the base, making sure we've got no bent pins. I've spotted one so far that's got a bent pin. Also just making sure that the switches are pushing through the PCB just as much as you'd expect them to, because sometimes you can, with tight plates, mispress switches through. So I can only see one bent pin so far, 2 bent pins now, 3 bent pins, 4 bent pins. Okay, we've got 4 bent pins. Let's get those out and replace them. That's one. That's 2. Where were the rest? Man, I've forgotten where I saw them now. Typical. Okay, the up arrow. Just want to put it. There we go. Where was the other bent pin? I did say there were 4, didn't I? Gotcha. So we're just going to replace these switches. There we go. Let's pop 4 more fresh ones in. You just want to do a prediction. You can do a prediction if you want to. I don't know what you want to do a prediction for, but you can do a prediction. You figure out what it's going to be for. So yeah, so get your questions ready, guys. Any question at all that you ask, I will answer. All you need to do is tag me first. Just make sure that I see it. And you can ask any question you'd like. There we go. Okay, we are ready to solder. Let's get everything prepped. We have our trusty soldering iron. Give you how many minutes? I think it's going to take me 11 minutes to solder. I think the better prediction is, am I going to run out of solder or not? Because there's very little left on this roll. So I think that's probably a better question. Am I going to run out of solder or not? Okay, first question. Are the majority of my boards ISO or ANSI? I think it's about 75% ISO and the rest are ANSI. So there you go. Yeah, about 75% ISO. The remaining will be ANSI. You will. It's not a question. The question is, will I run out of solder during this stream? That's the question. Yeah, but I reckon 11 minutes for soldering. What do you think Bottas will bring the performance next season? I don't know. I don't know. There you go. You can predict, guys, if you think I'm going to run out of solder. Bear in mind that I have very little solder on the reel. Let me know what you think. Poll up, up, up. Yeah. Well, predictions are up, not polls, but yeah. I think that Bottas... I think that Bottas will probably do better in terms of himself. I think we'll see him fight better. I think he's going to show better. He's actually going to show that he can do overtaking, right? That's what I think we're going to see from him next season. I think my biggest worry is that Hamilton doesn't come back. I can't see him not coming back, but I think my biggest worry is that he doesn't come back. And then we end up with like Ricciardo at McLaren. Sorry, at Mercedes. That's going to be like the biggest thing, I think. But yeah, we'll see. I think Bottas will do better than he has been doing in terms of like overtaking and moving up through the pack. I think we'll see more of that from him this year. He's going to have to learn, right? Oh man. Is £45 for banana splits lubed and filmed a good deal? I guess it depends on how many banana splits. 100? Sure. 10? No. I think it really depends on the number. What is the worst group buy you've been part of except Dora 67? Like Dora 67 was really bad. Like, it's that bad that I haven't even looked at the board in 2 years since I got it. Like, I got that board before Prototypist started. I haven't even looked at the board in all of that time. Like, I've not actually set eyes upon that board. Maybe the box, but not the actual board in all of that time. So that tells you how I probably feel about it. Everything else has been kind of okay. I've not really had any good, any bad experiences other than that. I guess a few things have been delayed, but that's inevitable. So I'm in the GSKT group buy. I know that that's been delayed with Wheaston. I know he'll get it out. I think it just depends on when. So I'm not too worried about it. But yeah. Yeah, I'm a huge F1 fan. Yeah. We're building the Lin Dolphin today. I'm not into motorbikes, sorry, MotoGP or World Superbikes, no. No real reason for that. I'm sure I'd absolutely love it. I think I just don't have the capacity or time to involve myself in more than one motorsport to like a high level of degree of understanding. And I wouldn't like to follow a sport like that without knowing enough about it. And I just don't have the time to dedicate to learning it. Maybe at some point, though. Never say never. I mean, of course, I know who like Alexander Rossi is and all that kind of stuff, but you know, I couldn't claim to be an expert. Okay, what did people say about me running out of solder? What was the end of that result? Did people think I'm going to run out, or did no one do it? Elise, hey, good to see you. For those of you who don't know, Elise runs KeyGem over in Europe, and she's amazing at what she does. So if you ever need to buy anything from Europe, take a look at her store, because it's good. Unless it's something I've got for sale, and then come to me instead. But no, go support Elise, she's great. And thank you very much. 6 months of subs, Elise. Thank you so much. 6 months of subs. Not knowing your background in fintech, what do you think of algo trading? It's interesting, but it's not something I would be interested in putting personal money behind just yet. I'm not sure I've got the confidence in it that some other people do yet. Perhaps that'll change in time. 63% think no. Alex Rossi's an IndyCar driver. Yeah, who is the? There is the Rossi who's a motorbike, or maybe he's not motorbikes anymore. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe that's what he is. What's my opinion on crypto? So interestingly, I got out of the crypto game a couple of years ago. Crypto actually paid for my wedding in part. I see like a huge benefit for crypto for countries that don't have options in terms of other currencies. So I'm thinking African countries, places like that. I think there's a lot of challenge with getting crypto into the mass market. I think there'll be a lot of struggles to adopt it. And I think part of the reason for that is the fact that it's so volatile. It needs stability. And it doesn't have any stability yet. Like, it can't be taken seriously as an actual usable currency until it has some sort of stability. Like, the fact that people are just buying it to hold it, it's treated more like a commodity than an actual currency. And until it gains stability where it can be freely traded and it's going to be have a roughly same equivalent value to within 10%, you know, I don't think people are ever going to use it as an actual currency. And I think once all of the bitcoins have been mined and it's kind of like out there, whenever that happens, I think that people are going to really struggle to buy Bitcoin because there's not going to be that much on the traded markets and it's going to be a little bit up and down. And I just don't see it ever having that consistency that it will need to have. I hope that makes sense. But if it helps, I did used to have a fair bit of cash in crypto, and I don't anymore. Mainly for the reasons I've outlined. But I do think it's interesting, and it's super cool from a technical perspective. Acreedor, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Like, it's super cool from a technology perspective. I do get asked relatively frequently if we'd accept crypto on the store, and it's just so volatile that I can't. Like, I just can't accept it. Not yet. Maybe it won't. I'm good, Elise. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I'm really good. I was poorly on Friday. I'm much better. Look, guys, look how little we've got left. We're getting really close to the end of this reel. It's going to be touch and go. Oh, there we go. That's it. That's all I have. I think we are going to run out. Right, let's do the arrows. I'm trying to be as sparing as I can with this. Don't know if I have any other solder here either. This may be a very quick end to the build stream. Yeah, there's no way I've got enough. I'm definitely running out here. Okay, I'm just going to do the bottom row and then we'll come back and we'll see where we're up to. I think I've got like 2 full rows to do, and I've got like 8 inches of wire left. Yeah, this isn't happening, is it? I'm pretty sure I have some more in the drawer. We should be okay. Valentino Rossi, that's who I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of. Your first ever keyboard related purchase was from Keygen? Nice, nice. Okay, let's see how far we can get. Prediction. Oh man, how many switches does Jae not solder? That's the prediction you should have done. Oh man, we're getting really close. I don't think I'm even going to finish out this row. And I'm really going light on the solder here. I should be putting way more on. Like, look, this is all we've got. Just this little bit. Just bodge solder. Everyone has to make a connection. Yeah, right. Does go against the environmental ideals given the energy associated with mine with it. Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true. I hadn't even considered that in my response earlier on, but yeah, it's not exactly the most environmentally friendly thing to do is mine Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. Oh man, we're gonna run out of wire here. I'm not even gonna get this row done. I think I've got like 2 more switches left. If I can even use this because it's getting really close to the end now. Okay, we're at solder. Let's see if I can find another roll of solder here. So I do have a very, very fine solder. We'll have to make do with this. This is a super fine solder, and it's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a tangle. So this is like 0.2 of a millimeter. So this is going to take a lot of feeding in, but we'll get through it. Doing momentum control, nice. What is your best industry you worked in? I'm on my placement a year of comp sci-fi. I think where I work now in keyboards is probably the best industry I've worked in. But I used to work in fintech a lot. That's where most of my experience is. So like, that's like where all the information I can give you is. Man, we're gonna have to use a lot of this. This is such fine solder. This is going to take longer than normal. It's 11 minutes to solder. I reckon we've already been 20. So this is the issue with this solder as well, because it's so fine. It's kind of got like in a mess and a bit of a knot, so it's almost impossible to sort out the reel now. Let's just try and get a fair bit out. It's all practice, Elise. It's literally because I solder a keyboard every week, and on my personal build streams, and I probably solder 10 customer boards a week as well. That you just get used to it. But this solder is super fine, so it takes a lot longer. Come on. There we go. I'm having to put a load of solder in each switch. Or what feels like a load of solder. It's not really that much. What soldering iron is that? It's a TX100. Keyboards as a whole isn't very environmentally friendly either. So here at Prototypist, every time you buy something from us, it's carbon offset for 5 years. So we like to think that if you are buying from us, it's not that bad for the environment. Try and be as sustainable as possible. Jay never ran out. I did. What thickness is your normal stuff? 0.7 mil. So this is a factor of 3 thinner. Are you going to pick up a mammoth for yourself? Yes, I am. Yes, purple and brass. That's what I'm going to pick up. I mean, this stuff's like soldering with a hair. It's that thin. It's literally like the thickness of a human hair, I think. It's very difficult stuff to use. But it's designed more for LEDs and, you know, fine solder points rather than switches through hole stuff. Oh, come on, just straighten up. I have Holy Pandas in my board, but want something new. Never had a linear before. What's your off-the-cuff recommendation? If you want something that's nice and smooth out of the box, go for Gator on CJs. If you want to do some work to the Switch, go for Gator on X's. Depends on how much you want to modify them. Pay out the prediction. Please, it's not letting me. You'll have to tell me how to do that. I don't know how to do that. You set these things up, Amar. You don't tell me how to use them. You just set them up. I want to try tactile for the first time. What would you suggest? Do you like a heavy tactile or a light tactile? That would be my question. If you like a light tactile, I'd probably try a Cerulean, because I think they're really good. They're as nice as these lavender switches we're using today, but a tactile version. But they're quite a light tactile. If you prefer a heavy tactile, then I think I would probably go for ZLV2s, or perhaps drop Holy Pandas, or perhaps even Glorious Holy Pandas, something like that. Or anything I've got in stock on the store, Tanish. That's what you want to try. Just have a look on the store and find some tactile switches and go for them. I'm so bad at shilling my own products. Okay. Just type /prediction and you'll be able to. Right, okay, let me have a look at that. prediction. Right, choose outcome. Yes, complete prediction. There we go. We paid out. My glorious Holly Pandas are lovely, but fancy something different. There you go, in stock. There's all the stuff that we have in stock right now. Nice and easy in one spot for you to see. Okay. I think it's taken me longer to solder these few switches with this solder than it did to do the whole board with the rest of them. With the other solder. This is just so fine. Like, it's absolutely fine if you're doing anything small, but anything large like a through-hole switch, and it just takes so much solder in terms of length of this wire. There we go. Show me, Silence, what do you want to see? You can use that to see something from my collection. What would you like to see? If there's something I can show you, I will do. You want to see a key call? Yeah, I can show you a key call in a minute. Let me finish soldering and I will show you the key call. The WU40s are a little bit too tactile for me. I prefer softer tactile. I do have some spare JO2 gaskets. Yes, they're only the new type. I don't have any of the old type, which are the injection molded ones. Because they're injection molded, they're not cheap, so they're probably close to, like, I think it's about 16 quid a set plus VAT. But Moozroads, if you would like to order one, you can just email me j@prototypist.net and I will try and arrange that for you. But as I say, they won't be cheap, sadly. It will be about 16 quid plus VAT. I can't remember if you're UK or not. Right, last switch. Last switch. Man, this is taking so long with this solder. It would have been far faster to just got another roll of the standard 0.7mm from the workshop. That would have been so much quicker. Okay, there we go. Soldering done. Okay, right, that's soldering done. It is all nice and neatly soldered now. I don't think we've missed any switches. Let's just double check. I think we've got everything. I can't see any missing switches that we didn't solder. Right, so you guys want to see a key cut. Someone wanted to see a key cut. Here we go. This is my key cut number 2 Phantom Edition with SA Phantom with a brass plate in ISO layout. There's the rear of the board, and then here's the base. So there you go. There's a key cut for you. That's the Phantom Edition. It was a special commission. And SA Phantom was a private group buy as well. Okay, let's test the PCB now. Let's grab Via and let's see if this works. Oh wait, are these in Via? I can't remember if these are in Via or not. We'll soon find out. We shall soon find out. Right, okay, you should be able to see via. Let's plug this in and see if it's in via or not. Oh, it's connected. Okay, doesn't look like it's in via. Let's try switch here instead. Let me see if I can show you switch header. Window capture. Let me just add this. Why is it not showing it? I don't want to show Discord. Let me see if I can get this to add now. Why won't you show? Window capture, add source. Add source. Properties. Right. Switch it there. There we go. There we go. Okay, so you guys can see switch it out. Let's go through the switches and see if it all works. Apparently none of it works. Maybe we have a dodgy PCB. Or perhaps it just needs flashing with something first. Like, is this not supposed to work out of the box? Like, nothing's working. No, I'd never test the PCBs. I like to live dangerously. I like to live dangerously. Okay. So, let's... XD. Yeah, right. Yeah. Is there a reset switch on these? No, I feel like it needs flashing with something first. So dangerous. Yeah, I feel like it needs flashing with something first. But even the LEDs aren't showing up, so perhaps it is dodgy. It's definitely connecting. Windows is definitely detecting it. Okay. Yeah, I think it's hold escape for these when you put it into boot mode, I think. Let's see. Perhaps it's spacebar. Spacebar and escape. Let's see if that works. Doesn't look like it. Let's see if yeah, I was doing both last time, but I did on the last one I did both. Let's see if QMK finds it. Let's see if that finds it. Okay. So QMK does find it. That's the good. That's a good. Let's see if it's in QMK. Let's see if it's in the drop down for QMK. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing right now. Hold on, let me show what I'm doing. Let me share what I'm doing. Let me share this. Let's see if I can share this with you guys. Why is it not showing QMK toolbox in there? Okay. Press all the keys down and then plug it in. Yeah, like this. Like that. That's a dodgy idea, dude. It's a dodgy idea. But I like it. Okay. I think we're gonna have to flash it with something. Right, that one. Right, let's just try it once more. Now we've pressed all the keys down. Yeah, we've got nothing. We've got nothing. The PC is definitely detecting it. Yeah, there's no fave. Let's take a look in the Discord server. KLC Discord server for the fave TKL PCB. Let's have a look if there's anything in there. That's got to be where we take a look next. If we can't find it in the next 2 minutes, we'll just carry on with the build and then we'll take a look later on. KLC. At least if Windows and QMK can detect it, sounds promising. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Okay, I'm just going to check out the Fave PCB. So I've got the link on their website, but it doesn't look... Mapping program QMK Avaya compatible, but it doesn't tell me which firmware we need to push on this. This is the Fave 87. Okay, do you know what? I'm just going to figure it out later on. I don't want to spend too much of the stream figuring that out. It's definitely going to work because it makes the noise when I plug it in. So we're just going to assume it's okay. Next job is to put it in the board. This is dead simple. All we're going to do is going to pop that in there. That's in. We're going to pop the top case on top. That's in place. We're going to flip that over. And all we're going to do is we're just going to screw the screws down. And we're going to start in the corners and we're going to go diametrically opposed. I'm going to screw one here first. I do think this board would be nicer if it used a daughter board. I think that'd be really, really nice. Then we're going to come up to this corner as well, up here in the top corner. So we're going diametrically opposed. Just tighten those down. And we're going to come down to this corner. Glad chat picked the Dolphin. Thanks, man. It's a beautiful board. Yeah, I think, Jakey, I think it'll be fine. I just need to figure out what the issue is. I think it just needs flashing with the right firmware, that's all. I think it'll take 2 seconds once I actually spend some time with it. I'll just grab the firmware for the Fave 87 and we'll go from there. Okay, almost done now with the screws. Very simple board to put that together. I do think this would be much nicer with a daughter board because you could do something really cool with this back curve here and have the daughter board come out of there. I think that would be quite cool. There we go. That is the board built. I think these were the right idea of switches. Look how nice these switches look in this build. Like, they just work really well. And that just looks so nice together. Like, the switches just really work. Okay. Next job then, guys, is for you to pick some keycaps to put on this board. So we do have a few different keycap sets we could use today. And I don't know which ones are going to look best on this. I think you guys are going to have to help me decide. So Omar's going to get a poll up ready for this. And I'm going to show you the keycap sets that we could pick today to put in this. I don't have Frostwitch. Like, I have a few hundred keycap sets, but I don't have Frostwitch. Let me show you what I've pulled out to one side that I think might look good on this. And bear in mind, I got these out for both boards, so either Satisfaction or this. So the first up we have GMK Bleached. That is option 1. I didn't get any OG size subs out, actually. It's one thing I didn't get. I could get some OG die subs if we want, though. Option 2, GMK Moto Light. I think that's a full base kit in there, I think. Option number 3. GMK Hyperfuse. This is the original round. It does have an F8 key. And then option number 4 is an unopened set of GMK Hammerhead Dark. This is a dark set. So that's option number 4. And then option number 5, which is a bit of an outside shot and it has to be taken off of another board, is Mizu. So there you go. Also, big shout out, Allison is coming soon. Maybe you want to check out Alex Otos's streams, because this board might be, the redesign of this board might be coming soon. No, we usually do 5 or 6 options each week. Option 4 was GMK Hammerhead Dark. So we have, in order, GMK Bleached, GMK Modo Light, GMK Hyperfuse, GMK Hammerhead Dark, or we have Mizu. Those are the ones that we have the options of picking today. Right, well, there's going to be a poll, Vintage Kish, and you're going to be able to select in the poll what you'd like to see. So let's see that come up in a few minutes, and we'll go from there. Whilst that's happening, I'm going to see if I can find the firmware for the Fave 87. I'm just going to see if I can find the firmware for it for Via. There you go. Almost got the poll up. So there you go. Bleached, Hyperfuse, Modo Light, Hammerhead Dark, or Mizu. Those are the options. Right, okay. Okay, I can't find it in Via. Linworks. Okay, so it comes under Linworks. That's what we need to look under. Linworks. I can only find the Whale 75 in the firmware downloads. Fave does not appear in the list. Okay, we'll have to figure that out later on. Okay, almost there with the poll. Hyperfuse is winning. That's really surprising. I thought you guys were going to go for Bleached today. I genuinely thought that you guys were going to pick Bleached for this. But Hyperfuse might look quite good on this. Hyperfuse might look quite good indeed. Either it will or it won't. I am on Windows 11 and iOS. Yes, I am on Windows 11 here. This is a Windows 11 PC. Mizu, I don't think Mizu will work. Oh yeah, Fave Tool. Let's have a look at Fave Tool. Let's see if I can grab that. I have used it a few times in the past. Let me see if I can find Fave Tool on Discord. No, I can't even find the download link for Fave Tool. Typical. Hyperfuse 1. Okay, we'll put Hyperfuse on. Yeah, I can't even find the damn software for it. I'll figure it out later on. We'll get it working. Right, let's get some keycaps on this board and see what it looks like. So you guys picked Hyperfuse, which is here. That explains the different system sounds. Yeah, yeah. Like it says that it's in QM in Via, right? But when you go to the Via list of what's in there, the firmware downloads page, the supported keyboards, it's not there. Like, there's nothing for Fave 87. There's nothing under eBastler, who's a designer for it. There's nothing under Linworks that references the Fave 87. Like, there's just nothing there. Like, if we search for Lin, there's a few references, but there's only the Whale 75 bins and hexes on there. There's no hex for the Fave as far as I can see. Yeah, it's just not finding it. Yeah, so don't know. Anyway, let's zoom in a little bit and we'll show you guys the board as we put the keycaps on. It's probably a touch too far. There we go. Yeah, I can't find the file to download though, Elise. That's the issue. I can't find the file to download, otherwise it would be dead simple. Pet ISO. You're just going to spam that every time you see me use an ISO key. Yeah, we'll find the file later on for it. It can't be that difficult to find. Okay, I think this was a good choice of keycap set. Like, it's feeling nice already. It feels like it works, which is good. This is where we figure out that we've soldered the bottom row on though. I think this has got UK ISO in it, so we'll see. It's a pretty old set, so I'm hoping it does. There's the famous F8 key. This set does have it. I do have another set that doesn't have the F8 key yet. Step caps in place. Pet ISO. That's quite cute. I think we've got the 3 with the pound sign on, so I won't put that on just yet. Where do I store my switches? For the shop, they're all in the workshop itself. Personally, I have like a full drawer. I've got maybe 7,000 or 8,000 switches in my personal collection, so there's like a full set of drawers that I use for those. This looks pretty good though. I'm pretty happy with your choice of keycaps today, guys. Not like last week where you made a complete and utter mess of the selection. That was frustrating. Can't wait to see how this sounds. Love my Dolphin with the Taro balls and FR4. Nice. What did chat do last week? I can't remember if it was last week or if it was the week before, but they convinced me to put one keycap set on, and it really didn't look bad, but then they convinced me to put another keycap set on, and it looked worse than what it did the first time around. So, whilst I appreciate that chat likes to spend time with me, it was a little bit frustrating, because it looked so much worse. How hard did you find working with aluminium plate? It was pretty easy. You can always redo the keycaps. We can always redo keycaps, yes. Whoops. Not that I like to always redo keycaps, but we can always redo keycaps. We're dropping keycaps on the floor now. There we go. This run of Hyperfuse had the purple accents, right? Will you use them? This is the OG run, so it has some purple accents and some teal accents. We'll see how we feel about the purple accents at the end. I don't think there's any way we can use them on this build. I can't remember exactly what keys are included here. But we'll see. We'll figure it out in a minute. Almost there now. Wrong two. Oh, we'll have to decide on the escape key because I'm not quite sure what I think works there. Almost there now. It's looking pretty good. Pretty happy with this choice of caps. Gotta say, guys, you did a good decision today. There's 3. Right, now let's work out what we need here. Which order does this go? Print screen, scroll lock and pause. Print screen, scroll lock and pause. Oh, we've got 2 of the pause break key. Interesting. Right, scroll lock. Looking for a 1U, a row 1 scroll lock. It should be in here somewhere. He says. Okay. Let's get rid of the keys we know we don't need. Make this a little bit simpler for ourselves. Ah, nice. Thank you so much, Pokemon Kid. Thank you. We'll get that working in a few minutes. And there's a scroll lock key. Okay. Right, what do we need next? Insert home and page up. You can tell I use a TKL a lot. Insert home and then page up. There we go. Thank you so much, Rexathon, for the subscription. Thank you so much. 5 months. That's kind of nuts. That's kind of nuts. Okay, we need a 1U page up. And there it is. A row 1 page up, sorry. Or 1U. And then I know we want the page down. I believe we want the delete. And I think we want the end as well. Yeah, there we go. Let's delete and and page down. Okay, so we do have one more decision that we need to make, and that is, do we use the teal accent escape here, or do we not? Now, I think that we probably don't. Okay, so we have two choices. We can either go with the teal accent here for escape, or we can just go with the standard grey escape. What do you guys think? The purple key I put away with the two Windows keys. It says code on it. So it says Windows on it, and then there's a teal one that says code on it. That's all it is. It's just the Windows logo. And then the one new keys for here, but it doesn't fit on a win-keyless board. If no purple, then yes, the teal. Yeah, there's no way we can put the purple accents on here because it's literally just those two keys. So we've got either, or the ANSI enter, which we're not using. Go for the accent. Poll up, poll up. Right, okay, there's a poll. Go and vote in the poll, guys. Where's my mouse? There it is. Go and vote in the poll. See, I think the grey one would look nicer, but I'm more than happy to go with whatever you guys suggest. I just think that clashes a little bit too much. Do both? I can't do both. Oh, look, it's level pegging. It's level pegging. The lavender isn't really lavender though. It's like baby blue with like a hint of purple to it. Like, it looks more purplish on camera than it actually does. It's a draw. Okay, so I'm the deciding vote. I'm going to vote grey. So, tough. Accent not allowed today. Draw again. Both wins. There we go. That's the board built. That looks pretty good though, right guys? You picked the right keycap set today, because that does look pretty damn smart. As you can see, this is a well-loved key set. It's quite shiny. It does look pretty smart. Okay, let's see if we can get the keyboard working now. I think now the Pokemon Kid has sent me the files. We should be able to get it working. Let me. I'm just going to go with whatever he sent me here. Let me just compile that. We're just baking in the oven right now. Let me see if I can show you again. No, I won't. See if I can get QMK Toolbox to work. Just while that's sorting the come on, you want to show me QMK Toolbox. Switch it Is it that? Nope. Okay, I can't show you it. But anyway, we have now got the firmware. We're going to download that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flash it really quickly. In fact, it looks like QMK Toolbox isn't actually working. Let's start that again. Right. So I'm just going to browse to where I've got the firmware, which is in my downloads folder. Okay, now we just need to get this into the correct mode. I think it's space and escape. No, it's not going into DFU mode. Let's see if we can flash. I think this is a 30U24. Okay, let's see if that's worked. The device is disconnected. Let's reconnect it, and let's go up and switch it there and see if it works. Right, is that switch here? There we go. Let's see if this works. So it looks like the bottom row isn't working. Oh, those two keys are. These two keys aren't, but it looks like they did. Shift's working. Okay, there we go. So we have the board somewhat working. Oh, it's disconnected. Great. Let's unplug it and retry. Thank you, Elise. Thank you very much. This is Hyperfuse, Alariac. This is GMK Hyperfuse. Right, is this working again? Oh, yeah, okay. So we've got a short somewhere. Like, we've got a short that's shorting out here. That's the issue. We'll take it apart in a second. Let's just check the rest of the... No. Okay. Right, let's take the board apart. At least we've got it working now. We'll hide switch hitter for a minute. Let's see if we can figure out why this is shorting. But at least the keyboard works now. We're 60% of the way there. We just need to, well, maybe not. Maybe more than that. We just need to work out why it's shorting and rectify that issue. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to try outside of the case. So we're just going to take it outside of the case and just see if it's grounding out on the inside somewhere. Also have a look at the back of the PCB and just see if we've got any issues that we can spot. But we're almost there. We're almost there. Considering it wasn't even inputting anything at all, that's pretty good. So thank you very much, Pokemon Kid, for finding the firmware for me. I very much appreciate that. Okay. Let's pop the top to one side. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try plugging this in here, just on. So we've got lights underneath. That looks good. Let's get switch hitter back up. Let's reload that. Let's see how we get on now. Let's see if it works this time. So yeah, so it's already crashed again. Definitely got a short in here. Let's see if we can see anything on the back of the PCB as to why it might be shorting out. There is a scratch in the PCB, but it doesn't look to be too bad. I don't see any reason why it would be shorting out. There's nothing shorting on the MCU, so I'm just looking at the MCU here. It could be the cable. Could be the cable. I can't see a reason for anything to short on this side of the PCB at least. I can't see anything between the switches. There's no good reason for it. There is washers there on the screws. There are washers there. You can see that there. So I don't think it's washers either. Let's just try minimizing switch header a little bit. You guys can still see it. There we go. Right, let's try a different cable. Let's try the cable that we know works because it's working with my other keyboard. I mean, it's a dodgy USB connector. The USB connector is the issue here. Okay, let's reload this. Let's try again. Yeah, so look, this part of the keyboard's all working just fine. Okay, the F row is not working. It's definitely something with the USB connector. Yeah, so let's try just reflowing it. Let's just see if reflowing the USB connector actually helps in this circumstance. It may not, but let's just try it and see, right? It's the worst that could happen. Jordan 64, hey man, good to see you. we're just gonna reflow. Just reflow like that. Look who it is. Look who it is. Right, let's see if that gives us any better luck. Let's see what we've got here. So it's still shorting something out. There's still a short in here somewhere, but I really don't know what's causing that. There is nothing that looks like it's shorting out on the top of the PCB. You're just a guy, you should reply to yourself somehow. Nice. Hey. Okay. So, if I keep it in this position, does everything just suddenly work? No. Some things do. Okay. Okay, so some things are working. Yeah. So it's got some issues, guys. This PCB has got some issues. I don't know what the issue is, but it's definitely got some issues. This PCB is no good. Try back with the old cable again. Oh man, this is such a shame. We get like 5 seconds of typing on it. I think it's the PCB that's done. The PCB is toast. It's certainly not what it should be. Plug in the GB again, just so we've got it at the keyboard. Okay, so well, this is why you should check your PCBs before you build, but like I've had no issues on any build stream ever with a PCB being DOA like this. I am really tempted to just try and reflow the MCU a little bit, just see if there's something that's not quite there. So let's grab a flux pen and give that a try. Let's just try giving the MCU a bit of a reflow. So we just got a flux pen, just normal flux pen. Just gonna pump it through a little bit. Okay, let's give this a reflow. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Thanks very much, Omar. I'll speak to you again soon, dude. Right, let's give it one last try. Let's see what we get this time. We've now reflowed the MCU. It looks like we've completely killed it. Okay. So it looks like that completely killed it, even though we've not shorted anything out at all. I've already tried reflowing the USB. That did not help. A Deus Ex Apex, will you be running the sugar Yeah, I will be. Yeah, let's go now. Let's just assume this is dead for now, and I'm gonna take it apart tomorrow and see if I can fix the PCB. I really don't know what the issue is. Like, reflowing the MCU is the only step I can take, and that hasn't done anything negative. I'm looking at the MCU, which is here. I just didn't spend long enough on to kill it, so rip. So there we go. Let's put it back together and take a look at how nice it looks. But I think we're at a rip stage today. That's pretty much it. That's all I can do until I can get in the workshop tomorrow to try and work out what we can do to fix it. But there we go. That's the board built. I feel a little bit disappointed we didn't actually get it working, but we got very close. If it is DOA completely and I can't fix it, then we'll just have to get a replacement. Sounds like a workshop stream. Yeah, maybe we can get it in the workshop next week. Is that Will? Is Dex Will? Is that who this is? Is that who I'm talking to here? Is that you, Will? This is the Dolphin, yeah. Why is that screw not what's going on? Have we already put one in there? Oh yeah, we already have. Well, I mean, these are the new PCBs. So these are the ones designed by eBastler. So they're not the same as the old PCBs. Well, good to see you, man. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Meet up soon. You had to make great plates. Yeah. We'll get this working. I'll desolder it tomorrow and I'll test the PCB with nothing in it. And if that works, we'll rebuild it. But there is definitely nothing wrong with the soldering. There's definitely nothing wrong with the actual build itself. It's definitely a PCB issue. But at least it looks nice. Yeah, these are angle tapped holes. Yeah, let me show you in a second because you'll appreciate these, Jordan. Look, there we go. These angle tapped holes. This line on the back here is just needs cleaning. It's just sticky off of the case it was in. Yeah, they're pretty smartly done, those angled holes. And there we go. That is the 2021 Lin Dolphin with a rather well used set of GMK Hyperfuse. Sadly it doesn't work, but we'll try taking the PCB apart tomorrow and seeing if we can get it to work. Hopefully we will. We'll see how that goes. Right, okay guys, that's it for today's stream. There's not much else I can do until we can get the board done. How to add cost to your manufacturing 101. Yeah, right? Like, I would never design a board with holes like this. Like, just wouldn't. Like, there's so many other things you could do instead of that. Anyway, yeah, but that's it for the stream today. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Keep an eye out on Instagram because we're going to have a lot of stuff happening this week. To the winner who won the owl stabs earlier on, I'll get these shipped out to you tomorrow. So thank you very much for playing with that. The curves are great, right? The curves are lovely. But thank you so much, guys. I'll see you again soon. And buy something off the store. Why not? What harm could it do? Take care, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.